Welcome into another Purple Insider Extra. This Purple Insider Extra brought to you by the Park Tavern in St. Louis Park, your Twin Cities entertainment destination. Matthew Coller, Justin Jefferson is putting up monster numbers week in and week out. It seems like Kirk Cousins looks more and more comfortable in Kevin O'Connell's offense as we go on by the week. Heck, even Greg Joseph is nailing kick after kick. Are the Vikings getting better just in time for the playoffs, or is it all kind of a mirage at this point?
Well, I think if you look at their offensive numbers, you would say yes. I mean, by this week, they're up to the 7th best offense in total scoring in the NFL. And that puts you in the company of teams that usually go deep into the playoffs because of all the things that happen in football, defense, special teams, offense. The passing game is usually the most sustainable thing from week to week. And if you're trying to weigh who's the strongest teams going into the postseason, and you could only pick one statistic, you would probably pick which passing attack is the most dangerous. And well, the Vikings are not in the ballpark of, say, someone like Philadelphia with a healthy Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott in Dallas. They are one of the most dangerous passing attacks because of Justin Jefferson and then also the emergence of TJ Hockenson. And we saw it last week, 13 catches. I mean, that just does not happen for tight ends very often, but also TJ Hawkinson's moving all over the field. So he's playing in the slot sometimes, outside wide receiver. It's even allowed them to put in Johnny Munt or CJ Ham and use bigger personnel, but treat TJ Hawkinson like a receiver. And so now that he's kind of mastered this offense and gotten on the same page completely with Kirk Cousins, they have this extra dynamic weapon beyond just Justin Jefferson. And even 2 weeks ago, you go back to KJ Osborne. So they do have other people starting to step up. I also think that some of their numbers may be a tad inflated by playing these close games, playing from behind from 33 and having to come back against Indianapolis. That probably helped some of their numbers as well. But I think that there is something to what Kirk Cousins said today at TCO Performance Center.
And I think what's been interesting for me is as the year has gone on, getting a better feel for what he's thinking, where he's coming from, what he wants it to look like. I do feel far more comfortable the last few weeks than I did the first few weeks of the season. And I anticipated that happening, but it's been encouraging to kind of feel it and sense it and have a better idea of what he wants things to look like on a play-in and play-out basis so that we can execute that better.
I think the communication between those two has been a major difference maker. And I don't know how you could say Justin Jefferson's getting stronger, but it feels like he is as he just goes week after week after week. Kirk Cousins seems to trust him even when he's covered. You look at the touchdown that he scored against the New York Giants late in that game where he was double covered. He was being pushed kind of the wrong way for where he wanted to go with the route, and he still beat two guys and made a great grab for a touchdown. There is no play where Kirk Cousins won't throw Justin Jefferson the ball. And, I think that is about as good for this offense as you could possibly get, but it still has some warts and some concerns. Kirk Cousins is the most hit quarterback in the entire NFL. And as you go into the playoffs, you will face defensive lines that get after the quarterback. And there really isn't much of a solution. It's only, can they just keep rolling by getting the ball over and over to Justin Jefferson? And I mean, who's to say that they can't, considering that Jefferson is completely unguardable?
That's been another Purple Insider Extra for Bring Me the Sports. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the Purple Insider Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Talk to you next time.